What's up, you guys? Welcome to the video. Today I want to talk about weight loss surgery. So weight loss surgery is the topic that I get asked about the most. I'm always doing like Q&As on my Instagram story and stuff, and I'm constantly getting asked about weight loss surgery. The main question being, do I regret having weight loss surgery? So, and I think also I think on my channel, the most viewed videos are the ones that I've made about weight loss surgery, and I know that that's because there's a lot of people, I was one of them before I had weight loss surgery, researching about it and trying to decide if they think it's for them. So right now, my point of making this video is to have it be the video that I wish that I would have seen before I had decided to have weight loss surgery myself over 5 years ago. I also know that in some of my previous videos, because the ones that I've made about weight loss surgery were when I was younger and not as like comfortable on camera and stuff, so they tend to be a little more like rambly and stuff. So if you've watched any of them, I apologize for that. But you know, I'm gonna try and keep this one as concise as possible and like to the point. But basically, the answer that I always give to that question, do I regret having weight loss surgery, is the big answer, like, it's no. Because the only reason for that though is because I know that I personally would not have lost weight if I didn't have weight loss surgery. The reason I say that is because I had tried to lose weight many times. I'd been dieting since like middle school, since I could really remember. My whole life, my weight had been a struggle, has been a struggle. And I'm going to talk about regain too, because I know if you've been following me for a while, you see that obviously I have gained weight since my lowest weight. So we'll talk about that too in this video. But yeah, I had tried to lose weight many times. I'd been on different medications. It was just a really big struggle. And I was 17 at the time when I got referred to a bariatric clinic. And they allowed me to start the process. I couldn't have surgery until I turned 18, but you have to lose like 5 to 10% of your own body weight by yourself before you can have weight loss surgery. And yeah, so they allowed me to start doing that when I was 17. So that's been like 5 years now. I ended up losing like 115 pounds. I went from highest number on the scale was 286 that I saw, but I'm sure I got probably to 300, maybe a little over. But yeah, on the scale, I saw 286. My lowest weight was 172 pounds. And right now I am currently 248, I think. And that's after having, you know, my daughter, going through pregnancy and dealing with the obvious health issues that I've been dealing with. Continuing on with the reason why I know that I would not have lost weight if I hadn't had weight loss surgery is mainly because I had done like research, but I didn't know like about the actual science of weight loss, about you know, just being in a caloric deficit, which is imperative to losing weight. I didn't know like the basics, and I thought that I did. Like, I thought, you know, I had tried Weight Watchers, I had tried Lindora. Anyways, so I know, like, knowing what I know now, would I have weight loss surgery again? No, I would not. And a lot of people ask me, even I get messages like, well, have you thought about having like a revision surgery, or going from the, you know, I had the vertical sleeve, so going from the vertical sleeve to the gastric bypass, because that's an option. People have said like, would you do that? My answer is no, definitely not. I would not, because I know how to lose weight now. That said, I'm obviously having some other health issues that I'm having to deal with before I can put myself in a caloric deficit to lose the excess weight. And so there, of course, is the exception to, like, okay, so for the majority of people, like 99% of people, you're going to be able to lose weight simply by being in a caloric deficit, and that is basically eating less calories than you are expending. And then there's, you know, the like small percentage of time. So you should feel confident in knowing, basically, like, before you decide to have weight loss surgery, do some research on eating in a caloric deficit, on the science behind weight loss, and attempt that first. Attempt it many times if you need to. Attempt like incorporating that into your lifestyle in a way that you can maintain. And that's like the biggest thing that literally anyone doing any approach to weight loss should understand. And I wish so badly, like I heard people say this before I lost weight when I was doing research, but it just didn't resonate with me enough. I just thought kind of like, well, if I can get to that, like get to my goal weight or whatever, of course I'll be able to maintain it. Or, you know, like it just, I didn't think that it would apply to me, but here I am dealing with the regain, dealing with these issues because I didn't instill habits that I could maintain like for a lifetime. Now, that said, that's like my goal right now, obviously, as I am kind of I'm having to take a different approach this time in tackling the regain and in losing weight again. And while I know that it's going to take a little bit more time to lose the weight than it did the first time, I'm okay with that because I'm not wanting to do anything super drastic. I'm not wanting to put my body through, you know, your body goes through a lot too with weight loss surgery. And that's another part of this that I wanted to talk about is a lot of times people will ask me if I regret having weight loss surgery because of the health issues that I'm having now, and whether the weight loss surgery contributed to them. That was Danny sneezing. He sneezes so loud, I can't. Oh my God. So the short answer to whether weight loss surgery like caused my health issues is, well, it didn't cause it. Danny!
Sorry, it's seasoning.
I can't. Are you done?
It's like in my nose.
Yeah. Okay, this is just my reality. It's my husband sneezing like a madman and my daughter yelling at him for doing that. So don't mind that. But anyway, so is my weight loss surgery the root of all my health issues? No, it's not. Did it impact them and probably make them worse? Yes, it did. So the main issue that I've had because of my weight loss surgery, and that actually a ton of people do have after weight loss surgery, is absorption issues. So so it's the part of my stomach that was like cut out and stuff is basically my stomach is not able to absorb enough nutrients from the food that I eat or even from the supplements that I take. Which causes me to be deficient in a lot of things. The main one being iron. If you guys watched any of my videos during my pregnancy or followed me on Instagram, you know that I have dealt with like chronic anemia before even my my pregnancy with her. I have had 10 iron infusions. I don't really do well with taking oral iron, but I am on a supplement. I'm gonna be doing a liquid one, and there's some other options. I've also been like chronically deficient in vitamin D. A lot of people are, but it just kind of takes a little bit longer for my body to like get restored that level, because taking, again, the oral supplement, it doesn't absorb as efficiently. Also like magnesium and all the things I talked about in my last video. Just the absorption thing is huge. And again, it's like, you hear that you have to take vitamins for the rest of your life and that you have to supplement when you have weight loss surgery. And I, for whatever reason, I guess it was just me being young and thinking like, oh yeah, like, sure, like I'll do that. But then when I wasn't doing it, I was like, I'm fine, whatever. Not the case. Like, if you're gonna have weight loss surgery, you better commit to yourself that you're gonna take those dang vitamins, because if you don't, it will catch up with you. I'm telling you, like, it will. Regardless of how long it takes, it's gonna catch up with you and you're gonna feel like crap like I had been. And sometimes it's harder to restore your levels than you would think. So take your vitamins. Anyways, that said, for people who would weight loss surgery be good for, I would say the person who has tried and tried again to lose weight, who has, you know, hopefully, it takes a lot of dedication. And, you know, I am coming from someone who does not follow all of the like exact bariatric rules and stuff. And if I'm being honest, most people that I know don't, you know, never drink carbonation again, don't drink alcohol. eat 3 very small meals a day and avoid eating, you know, multiple times, because, you know, your stomach, like, you get full, but then you get hungry again in like an hour, you know, like you get full quickly, but then you get hungry in an hour. Has my restriction changed? Absolutely it has. At this point, I would say I definitely am still affected as far as how much I can eat goes, but not by that much. Like, I can eat a good amount. Is that probably due to my own habits? Yeah, it probably is. But my restriction is not there. Like, your stomach, I fully believe that your stomach can grow, or it can re-stretch out. Because, like, how else would I be able to eat what I'm able to eat now? You know, like, I can eat like typical servings. It's harder for me to overeat, but I can overeat very easily if I do it in, like, just over time, like over throughout the day, you know, which is very easy to do. Okay, my memory card ran out of space, so I had to change it. So sorry if the, like, camera is in a little bit of a different angle. But what I was talking about was that yes, I can eat more, much more now than I could, even within like the first year post-op, I would say. I think the biggest part though is being realistic and not being like I know how exciting it can be to see other people who have had weight loss surgery and had these massive, like, amazing results, which are very admirable, right? But I like to look at people who have maintained their weight loss for like years and years, because those are the people who you should be following, who you should use as examples, because they've obviously maintained and they've created a lifestyle that they can maintain, right? Not just had those results like someone like me who, you know, I had amazing results. I got to a healthy weight, but I obviously am dealing with the regain. And I would say too that at this point, oh, well, for sure I'm having to, it's much harder to lose weight this time around. And I think it is for most people to be like, not just because of my health issues. I think a lot of people would agree with me that losing weight after regaining it is much harder. But also losing weight now for me is just as hard as it was before I had weight loss surgery. And that said, so I'm in a place again of like, yeah, sure, I could have the option of like pursuing having a revision to an RNY, the bypass. But am I going to do so? No, I'm definitely not, because I'm confident in my knowledge of, you know, how weight loss really works. And so just, you want to advocate for yourself. You want to know, like, I'll tell you straight up right now that the majority of people who have weight loss surgery do regain some, if not all, of their weight. And that's not like you can actually look up the research on that. Like, it's the majority of people. You don't want to think that that's going to apply to you. You know, it's like, because you get excited. You see these results and you're like, oh my God, if I could only have that, like nothing in the world would let me, you know, how would I let myself like that get away from me and regain the weight? Like, you just don't think that it will apply to you until you're in that situation like I am now, where it does. So yeah, that's just what I wanted to tell you guys about, like, regain and stuff like that. As far as how it affected my pregnancy, I was referred to a high risk doctor for my pregnancy, from my just normal OB, and it was for my medical past with like my ovarian torsions and premature ovarian failure, freezing my eggs, all of that. But when I went to the actual appointment with the high risk doctor, I said, so what things would you classify my pregnancy as high risk for? And she said the main one was actually that I had weight loss surgery. But not that I needed to be scared because of that or anything, but just that because of the absorption issues that I have, and because of the fact that I may not be able to consume enough calories for myself and for the baby. In my case, I could, because like I'm telling you guys, I am able to eat, you know, my restriction just isn't there. I was enough time out and I had lost that restriction enough to where I could consume enough calories. But for those people who have had weight loss surgery, who do get pregnant, it is something that probably your doctor will tell you that you want to have that more like just monitoring throughout your pregnancy to make sure you're all good. And definitely, again, when it comes to pregnancy, of course you want to be taking like your prenatal vitamin, but just having all your levels checked and stuff is definitely something that you'll want to do if you do decide to have weight loss surgery. Okay, the last thing I want to address is loose skin, and I'll just do that briefly. Like, I could make whole videos about this. I have made some videos about it because you guys know I had some of my loose skin removed, and the reality again of just like, this video is just about me being real with you guys so that hopefully you can like be real with yourselves before making such a big decision as, you know, having weight loss surgery. But yes, you probably will have loose skin if you're going from being in a morbidly obese body to then being in a normal size body. You're gonna have that loose skin, and different things contribute to it. A huge one is genetics. I was not blessed with the best genetics. I've had like stretch marks all over my body since I can remember. My sister and I both have very similar skin in that way. Anyway, so yeah, I was just prone to loose skin. I knew I was. When people ask me though, like, well, would you rather lose the weight, or like, do you think it's worth losing the weight if I'm gonna have loose skin? And I'm like, oh my God, yes. Like, that's a matter of being healthy and most likely living a longer life and just having to deal with like the loose skin. Yes, there can be like issues you can have with like rashes and stuff, but for a lot of people it's just a like aesthetic thing, and of course there are options to have skin removal. I just had I had a breast lift because my boobs, girl, they were they had been through it with the weight loss, and they were already really big when I was like younger and stuff. So I had a breast lift, and then with the breast lift they did an extended incision and did what's called an axiliaryplasty. Again, I have videos on my channel of this, so I'm not going to talk too long about it. But basically the skin under my arm, I had a ton of loose skin there. That was just one of my areas with my anatomy. It's just how my body is. So I had that loose skin removed, and my results have lasted even with the regain. But yeah. So that's the skin removal I've had. I do plan on having more skin removal once I, you know, am like down to my goal weight and have maintained it, because I cannot imagine if I had been at my low weight, gotten skin removal surgery, and then gained this weight that I have now. Like, that would have just sucked really bad. Like, when I make the investment to pay for those super expensive surgeries and stuff, I want them to, you know, I want those results to last. But it probably will be a part of my new weight loss journey. So again, this is just coming from someone who has been there. I decided to have weight loss surgery. I had success with it. And now here I am dealing with regain, dealing with some health issues that the weight loss surgery has contributed to. I don't regret my decision to have weight loss surgery, but knowing what I know now, or had I known what I know now, I wouldn't do it again, if that makes sense. So just do your research, advocate for yourself, be realistic with yourself, and don't be, you know, seeing through like rose-colored glasses. Is that what they say? Is that the saying? I don't know, but just be like real with yourself, be realistic. Like, you know yourself better than anyone else. Are you gonna be able to create long-lasting habits? You know, have you tried to lose weight before? I like tried and tried again. Do you know the science behind weight loss and how it works, the basics? Have you tried them? All of those questions are things that, again, you just got to get real with yourself over, or about. Why can't I speak? This is a sign that it's time for me to sign off here. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any more questions about weight loss surgery, I'll try to answer as many as I can in the comments down below, or if I need to make another video, I can also do that. So definitely leave those questions down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.
We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life.